What's good, everybody? Happy Friday. I'm Dale here from Upstate Bets. I'm here with my partner Reoz. We're going to get some NBA player props over here on Prize Picks. So a nice 7-game slate on a Friday. Also have some group play for the in-season tournament here. This is a tournament that's going to be going on the rest of November into December. So a little bit more competitive NBA basketball throughout the regular season we're going to be getting here. Also had a really good night last night, 4-0 on yesterday's video. We combined NFL and NBA in one video. Ended up going 4-0 on that video as well. So trying to bring you guys another 2-0 day, another sweep. Hopefully we can bring those brooms out. But before we get to the NBA player props, Riaz, tell them about the Patreon.
Patreon is going to be linked in the description below, $15 a month. If you want to support us further, you want more picks from us, you want to chase that 25x. Yesterday they did a promotion where instead of 25x, it was 30x. So NBA every single day over on the Patreon, covering every single NFL slate all the way up to the Super Bowl. Obviously the same for the NBA. $15 a month, linked in the description below. Excited about this in-season tournament.
Absolutely. And of course, the best place to do it is over here on Prize Picks. If you're a new time user, they're going to match your first deposit dollar for dollar, all the way up to $100. Use promo code UPSTATE when you do go ahead and sign up. Helps us out a ton. So let's get to the player props, man. I have someone in rebounds. Julius Randle, his projection at 8.5. I'm going to take the more on him. A pretty popular pick I see across some of the other creators. I'm on Randle as well. I think he's in a really good spot. The problem with Randle, it really is kind of like an effort thing. It feels like some nights he kind of gives up if he's shooting bad or if he's having an off game. He kind of takes himself out of the game, but he's been rebounding the ball really well, averaging 10.2 rebounds per game. And here against Milwaukee, we've seen him have some big games against Milwaukee in the past, and they're going to need his size. Obviously, they have Giannis, they have Brook Lopez, so they're going to need Randle to give his all in terms of effort on the rebounding, whether it be offensive or defensive. I think he's in a real good spot tonight, maybe a little bit more of a low-scoring game. Milwaukee hasn't got off to the right start that we wanted him to. We've seen some teams right now be 4-1, stuff like that. We would figure Milwaukee would be in that stratosphere. We've seen Dame struggle a little bit. We've seen Giannis had some off games, so maybe shots don't fall their way. There's going to be a little bit more opportunity for Randle, but I do expect a low-scoring game, a gritty game. I think Randle will have a really nice bounce-back game rebounding after that poor performance against Cleveland.
Without a doubt, and I think just how well Randle's been crashing the boards. I know I got a little heat in the comments saying Randle and Robinson doesn't really do well on the boards, but I think this is a really good spot for him. Obviously, Giannis Antetokounmpo is definitely a big problem for him. But other than that, Bobby Portis and Brook Lopez haven't been playing as well as they've played last season. So this is a really great projection for him. I'm going to go over to PRA with somebody who's been absolutely struggling this season, and that's Jimmy Butler. His projection is sitting at 30.5. I think maybe he plays a little bit better in this in-season tournament. He's got a really good matchup here against the Wizards. They've been giving up a ton of points. Obviously, we've seen Tyler Hero really step up and show why teams should have probably traded for him if they needed a elite scorer on their team with back-to-back 30-point games. But Jimmy Butler at 30.5 is an amazing projection. We've seen season after season what he's capable of doing. He can go out there and get you 25. Not only that, his rebounds and assists have not really been there this season. I think with a great matchup and a little fire in his belly, this is going to be a great match for him. So I'm going to go with the more here.
Well, not to mention, they're sitting at the bottom of the Eastern Conference. It's a nice get-right spot against Washington, a team that gives up a ton of points, a team that has no defense identity. And they've faced some tough matchups. You got Boston, you got Milwaukee in there. Brooklyn, who can get feisty at times. Bridges is a very, very, very good defender. So they've definitely faced some teams that do have some defensive identities. So we'll see how it goes for Jimmy Butler and the Heat. If this was the playoffs, 30 would be an absolute steal. But I think Reoz is on the right track here. A good get-right spot. They need to win some games. No, it's very early in the season, but to see the Heat at the bottom of the Eastern Conference is something you really never want to see. And here against Washington should be an opportunity for him to at least maybe give you 22, 23 points and throw in a bunch of rebounds, throw in some assists as well. So really like the pick, Reoz. Now I'm going to take the more on both of those guys. Punch it in for a 2-pick power if you would like. Be sure to drop a comment down below, like the video, hit that subscribe button, and go check out the Patreon as well. We'll see you guys next time. Peace out.